The average person your age has about 300 grand saved for retirement. That's the number everybody shows you. And it's wrong. Not made up and just wrong for you. Because that average, it's getting yanked way up by a handful of giant accounts most of us will never have. The honest number, the one half of people actually land near, is about a third of that. So stick with me. By the end, you'll know exactly where you really stand for your age, and why behind was never the right word for it in the first place. Here's the thing. If you've ever pulled up one of those average retirement savings by age charts and felt your stomach drop, you're not alone. And honestly, you were kind of set up to feel that way. These charts are everywhere. Your bank's blog, the morning news, some guy on YouTube wagging his finger at you, and almost every one of them quietly leans on one specific kind of number, the average, that's built to make regular people feel like they're losing a race they didn't even know they'd entered. So today, we're doing something different. We're going to take that number apart, dig out the honest one hiding underneath it, and figure out what it actually means for you. Okay, so where does that fake high number even come from? Because that's the part. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. It changes how you read your own balance. Let's open it up. Quick refresher, no math degree required, I promise. There are two ways to find the typical number in a group. The average, you add everybody up and divide by how many people there are. The median, you line everybody up, smallest to biggest, and you grab the person standing right in the middle. Most of the time, those two land close together. But not with retirement money, and here's why. Picture 10 people in a room, all about the same age. 9 of them have somewhere between 50 and 150 grand saved. Then the 10th person walks in, and he's got $2 million. Run the average now, and suddenly the typical person in that room looks like a multi-millionaire's next-door neighbor. But 9 out of 10 people in there? Nowhere near it. The median, the one in the middle, barely budges. That's the honest one. Now scale that room up to the whole country. Fidelity counts about 645,000 people sitting on $1 million plus 401k. Real folks, but a tiny, tiny slice. And that little slice drags the national average way up, while the median just quietly tells the truth. So let's look at the real spread. These are Vanguard's numbers, year-end 2025, straight out of their How America Saves report. For people in their late 50s and early 60s, the 55 to 64 group, the average account sits around $305,000. Sounds intimidating, right? But the median for that exact same group, call it around $107,000. Same people, same year. The average is almost 3 times the median. One of those two numbers is making you feel like a failure, and it is not the honest one. And look at the younger groups, because this pattern holds the whole way down. Mid-40s to mid-50s, the 45 to 54 crowd. Median's about 79,000. The 35s to 44s, median's closer to 47. And when you blend every age into one national number, the overall median 401k balance is about $44,000. 44,000. That's the actual middle of America, not 300 grand. So if you've spent years measuring yourself against 300 grand, you've been grading yourself on the wrong test the whole time. Let me make this real. Meet Mike. Mid-50s, lives just outside Columbus, Ohio. Still drives the same Silverado he bought back in 2012. Couple months back, Mike's at his kitchen table and he pulls up his 401k on his phone. A little over 100 grand? Then he scrolls right past one of those "you should have 300,000 by now" articles. And that's it. His whole night's gone. Convinced he blew it. Convinced he's years behind everybody else. But put Mike up against the honest number, the median for his age. And Mike isn't behind at all. Mike is right in the middle of the pack, the exact middle. He was never failing. He was just reading the wrong chart at 11 o'clock at night. And before anybody says, well, sure, that's just Vanguard's customers, it's not only them. The Federal Reserve runs this big national survey, the Survey of Consumer Finances. Their most recent full read is from 2022. That's the latest one out. The next round isn't published yet. And it counts everybody, even folks with nothing saved at all. Same story. Average way up high, median way down low. Different source, different method. Exact same gap. So this isn't some Vanguard quirk. It's just how money spreads out. So here's what I actually want you to walk out of here with. If you looked at a six-figure average and felt like you'd fallen behind, you didn't fall behind. You got handed a number built out of millionaires and you were told it was normal. It was never normal. The median is normal. And the median is a whole lot closer to where you probably already are than anybody wants you to believe. Now, that doesn't mean you stop saving. It just means you can stop panicking. And look, panic makes people do dumb things with money. Cash out early. Chase some hot tip a guy at work mentioned. Or freeze up and do nothing at all. None of that helps you. Clarity helps you. So let's turn all of this into 3 things you can actually do this week. 1. Find your real benchmark. Pull the median for your own age group, not the average. And that's your honest line in the sand. And for most folks watching this, you're closer to it than that scary chart ever let you believe. 2. If you're 50 or older, use the catch-up. On top of the regular 401k limit, the IRS lets you put in an extra $8,000 a year. Money set aside specifically for people who got a late start. And here's the part most people miss. If you're somewhere in your early 60s, 60 through 63, ask mine, that catch-up jumps even higher under the new rules, which lands right in the lap of the exact folks we've been talking about this whole video. So if you're staring down 55 right now, that bigger window is coming up fast. Worth knowing it's sitting there. 3. Check your own number tonight, calmly. Same thing Mike did, minus the 11 o'clock spiral. Open your account, write the balance down, and set it next to the median for your age. Not the average, just once. That one little comparison does more for your head than any panic headline ever will. And that's really the whole thing. The average was never your number. The median's a lot kinder and a lot more honest. And if you're sitting right near it, like Mike, you were never behind. You were just looking at the wrong one. If a calmer way of running these numbers is what you're after, I write it all up in the catch-up letter. Links down in the description, no charge. And if this one helped, there's a video right here that takes the same honest math approach. Just zoomed in on one single saver who was sure he'd left it too late. I think you'll like it. Take care of yourself. I'll see you in the next one.